Hey everybody, welcome back. As you can see, I'm in the process of painting. This video is not that. It's the step before that. I was hoping to have it all done this week, but it was actually a pretty busy week. I had a friend in town visiting. There's the Euros, and I got a late start because I went to Porto for São João, which was a whole lot of fun. So I didn't get a whole lot of work done this week. So this video is just kind of showing one little step, and then the next one should be finally finishing the whole room. So truthfully, this video is probably not that interesting, but it's just a step in the process, so I thought I would include it. And when I was going over with the wire brush, I found another chunk of loose plaster that went down to the brick. So I just filled it in with the clay, so it'll be a good test to see how well the clay does on brick and as a patch with the lime plaster. And for the putty, it'll be the same as before, just without any sand. I'll probably start with one scoop and add enough water to get like a toothpaste consistency, I think. And if I need more, I can just mix up some more, and if it's too much, then I can just water it down and that'll be the whitewash. So I didn't really like that consistency. As soon as it went on the wall, it kind of solidified. So I added a lot more water, and then there's this kind of questionable spot that I was gonna leave, but as it was wet, it wasn't looking so good. So I decided to just get rid of this loose plaster here, and then I just patched it with the clay. And it should be fine to go over it without letting it dry. At least that's what I think. So this will be experiment number 2. So now it's kind of like a slurry consistency. And I already tested a few little spots and it seemed to work a lot better. So I'll probably just do a little bit and then switch to a time lapse. So this is a lot more tedious than I was expecting it to be. I definitely just switch it over to a time lapse, and I'll probably even try brushing it on to see if that's any easier. So I'll just switch over to a time lapse because this will take longer than I was expecting. So it's the next day, it's all dried and everything. It was very much not fun. It took a long time, very tedious. Do not recommend. But since I'm doing patches and stuff, I think it was kind of necessary to get everything at least a similar level. And especially like all the little dents and grooves and stuff. But originally it seems like they just painted straight onto the plaster with the coarse sand. There's no float coat. I looked at some other old houses and it seemed the same, so I guess that's just the style here. This one had at least 5 coats of paint. That essentially was the float coat, I guess. But I guess that's just the style here, probably, because it's all, like the sand in this wall was actually very coarse. I'm sure just came straight from the river, unsifted. And some of the houses I know for sure go back to the 1880s, so definitely back then it was harder to get material, so you just did it what you could get here. So that's probably why I didn't try to worry about getting fine sand for a float coat and just used what they had. I also realized partway through that since it's all going to be white, if there's any parts that need like filling in, I can just put the putty over the paint because it's all the same thing. So I don't need to worry about it as much. So for the other walls, I wasn't as concerned about like trying to fill in every little space because the paint will just naturally do a lot of that. If there's any issue afterwards, it'll be easy to fix afterwards. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. I'll keep painting and finishing the room. However, I doubt there will be a video next week. Coming up is Coimbra City Day, so there's a huge celebration. I'll try to link the video from last year's in the description. And then after that, I'll be going to the Algarve for a few days to visit some friends. And so even though I'll probably will get done with the room in time, I really don't think I'll be doing any editing. So I probably just won't have a video next week. So I just wanted to give a heads up on that. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time. Ciao.